an urban hike through San Francisco and hitting some major locations. I'm really excited, so let's go.
Gotta leave soon, otherwise we'll be stuck in traffic. But I don't always go into the city all the time, just because, I don't know, just don't. But it'll be nice to do this hike. So, my husband is waiting, and I still have to dry my hair, so, ow, these things pinch. So let's get ready really quick. Okay, just gotta get my shoes on, and I have my gear packed. Let's go!
It was time to have a little something to eat before we started our hike, so we went to our favorite dim sum place, Yang Sing, and had a simple breakfast. It was really, really good. It was nice to sit outside in the beautiful warm sun with basically a patio all to ourselves, and now we are ready to go. Here we are at the starting point. We're at the Ferry building. I'm so excited. It's such a beautiful day today. So great. But this Ferry building houses the ferry system as well as a market hall with different restaurants and little shops selling different types of food and wares. It's just an overall really fun place to be. So I think what we're going to do is maybe grab a little snack of some kind and then head on to the rest of our stops. I'm really excited because it's just a perfect summer day. So let's get going. I love strolling through this place and just looking at all the shops and just people watching, having a snack here and there. Oh my gosh, we had such a great time before our hike even started. We are coming upon our first stop. We took a little detour off the map that I shared with you because we want to go to the top of Coit Tower. Coit Tower is an iconic building here in San Francisco, but before we get to the top, we have to climb, I don't know, over 100 steps, I think it is. So we're about to jump on the Stairmaster. Good thing I didn't eat a lot of food. You can see them, they go all the way to the top. So let's get started. Whew. These steps are something else. There are actually 273 steps, according to my husband. But look at that view back there. So pretty. All right, to Napier Lane, except it's not a lane, they're just houses that are on this hilltop. So, let's keep going. See you at the top. So I made it. It's hot here because there's no breeze, but I made it. Let's see, I'm gonna see if I can show you up above. Can you see Coit? I can't really see. Let's see if I can capture the Coit Tower somehow. Whoa, that was hard. But now we're just gonna stop here and use the bathroom. I've been here so many times, but it's really beautiful. Lots of tourists hanging out. But now we're gonna go and I'm just gonna go and use the bathroom, and then we'll keep on going to our next destination. I'm not gonna lie, I was pretty tired after doing over 400 steps. It was a hot day, but it's always so wonderful. San Francisco is so beautiful, and there are so many great neighborhoods. It's really nice when you come into a new one. I'm now in North Beach, in Washington Square, which is a park in North Beach, and just hanging out, just people watching, and I think we're gonna grab something to eat, but not here, but we'll just keep on walking. But it's a beautiful day, everybody's out, there's some street vendors. I'm gonna turn my camera around so you can see, but yeah, those stairs were something else. But we did it. We conquered those steps, and then we had to come down a bunch of steps coming back down the other way. But that, of course, was much easier. But everybody coming up the other way was dying, just dying. So anyhow, let's just keep walking.
I forgot to mention that North Beach is the Italian district of San Francisco with a really cool bohemian vibe. But we're not going to stay here. We're going to keep moving to the Russian Hill neighborhood.
So we got to the top of the Vallejo stairs, and look at this view. It's pretty incredible here. But we're going to keep going, keep moving.
By the way, to get to this view, it's another 100+ steps. So be warned. We're 2 hours into our hike, and of course it's time to have some lunch after climbing all those stairs. Oh, it was nice to take a little break here.
Just had a quick lunch, a little slice of pizza at Za's Pizza, one of my favorite pizza places here in the city. Now we're headed over to the iconic Lombard Street. That's the crooked street in San Francisco, and it's kind of busy. I'll show you. You can see all the crews here. That's the crooked street, but we have other places to go, so we're going to keep on moving.
At this point, we were about almost 4 miles into our hike, and it was such a beautiful day. We were feeling so good, so wonderful. But San Francisco has no shortage of views and beautiful spaces. So here we are on to the next with some pretty spectacular views. This is right after you leave Lombard Street, the crooked street.
So now we're on the other side of town here. We've climbed a bunch of stairs. We started actually by the water over at the Ferry building, as I just mentioned earlier when I first started. And now we came up and over. We went through North Beach. We went into a neighborhood called Russian Hill, which is where my husband used to live. And now we're up on the other side. And now what we're going to do is we're going to now start to walk along the water and visit different areas down here. So now that we're up and over, I spy the Ghirardelli building over here at the pier, and you know, they've got some delicious chocolates, and they have ice cream sundaes, which I'm kind of craving actually. I don't really eat that, but you know, when in Rome, why not? So let's check it out. Maybe it might just stumble into my mouth. Who am I to judge? Let's go.
Here we are at the iconic Ghirardelli Square, about to enter the restaurant to have a hot fudge sundae. It was nice to sit down and to be able to relax, but what I want to call to your attention is the chocolate wall that's directly behind me. It's a real chocolate wall.
Ooh, are you getting my sundae? You're getting the sundae too? Let's see. Let me make sure that this tastes good. I'll have to finish this for you. All right, that's good. Believe me when I say this water is really cold, but yet you can see there's a famous swim club called the Dolphins Club, and those people are most likely from the Dolphins Club swimming their laps in the water. And they actually do it in the early morning, which is even colder. This water, even on a nice day, it's really cold. But it's really pretty down here. Everybody just kind of hangs out. All right, onward. Let's keep going. The next stop here is Fort Mason. This is an old fort that's been repurposed, and there's just a bunch of shops here, and they have a farmer's market that's just wrapping up today, and like a coffee shop and bookstores and just things like that. And then they have a lot of festivals here, like beer festivals, all kinds of festivals. I think they had a bacon festival here once. Everything bacon. but it's just a really nice place. So we're gonna walk through this on our way ultimately to the Golden Gate Bridge. So now we're at the Golden Gate National Seashore Recreational Park, which really encompasses more than the Golden Gate Bridge. It's just all of the areas before and a little bit after that. So we're just gonna keep walking and hit all those points. This area here is called the Marina Green, and it's just a place where it's you come here to be seen and hang out and work out. Let me show you. But I think we're gonna skip that part. We're just gonna keep walking. No workouts today, just walking. Just walking. See a lot of joggers here, people working out, riding their bikes. We're right along the water. You can't really see it today because it's on this part of town. It's foggy. Summers in San Francisco are notorious for this layer of fog that sort of blankets the water. And so what you see is you'll have the Golden Gate Bridge sort of peeking out above the fog. It's really pretty. So I don't know that you're going to be able to get a great view of the Golden Gate today, but nonetheless, the walk here is really, really pretty. So just keep walking to the next destination.
I've lived here most of my adult life, and I can say just walking the city never gets old. I mean, it is incredibly beautiful. Come on, look at that.
Next on the list is the Palaceoffinearts Theater here by the water. It's right before we're about to enter the Presidio, and it's a spectacular building, and it's beautiful. So we'll just walk the grounds on our way. Let's check it out. All right, next stop is the Presidio. We're about to enter the Presidio. We're roughly about 2 miles away from the Golden Gate Bridge, so we're gonna keep on walking and head on over. Actually, we're gonna take a little break. My feet are starting to talk to me, so we're going to take a little break and have a little afternoon matcha. So let's go inside the Presidio. Well, cheers. Cheers. Still walking through the Presidio, but get to the point in any hike where you start to feel tired, question, why did I think this was going to be a good idea? Well, I don't know that I'm exactly there right now. I'm starting to feel a little tired. Actually, mostly just lazy. That's what I feel, lazy. But it is beautiful to walk through Presidio. But I am at that point where I would like it to be over. But I know that when I say that, and then I'm on my way home, I'll be missing being outdoors. So just don't win. But we have arrived to the main part here, and we're gonna go to what's called the tunnel tops. And basically what it is there's a tunnel that is passway for cars down below, but at the top of it they planted a really cool garden. It's interactive, so the public can walk the gardens and hang out, and it's really, really pretty. So let's go check it out. We have arrived to the tunnel top, and this view is pretty stellar. I'm about to show you. And I told you earlier that I wasn't going to be able to show you the Golden Gate Bridge because it was pretty foggy. But as we come up to the tunnel tops, it knew I was coming. It knew that you wanted to see it. And so without further ado, let me show you the Golden Gate Bridge. It's got a little bit of fog around it, but it's pretty spectacular. And here's the red. Let me stop and show you. You can actually see Alcatraz out there. So our journey is almost done. All we have to do is we're gonna hang out here at the tunnel tops because it's really cool. but then we're going to head over to the Golden Gate Bridge, and that's pretty much our last stop. We'll meander through the Presidio. It's a big, giant park, and by our calculations, there are about 2 more miles to go, and then we're done. It's kind of warm here, which is unusual. Normally it's much more chilly because we're closer to the water, but no, it's really nice and comfortable here, and everybody's out and enjoying themselves. So let's keep going, and let's knock out these last 2 miles.
At mile 7, feeling really grateful. My heart is full and I can see it in the distance. I can see it.
Stop before we get to the visitor center because there's just so much here. It's so beautiful. I'm going to show you.
This is a really nice beach, but be warned, the water here is really, really cold. No one really goes swimming in it unless you're really, really crazy, but there it is. There it is in the distance, and I'm getting ever so close, but still really have a really good attitude even though I'm exhausted.
All right before we get to the top of the Golden Gate Bridge, I don't know if you can hear me, if this is going to capture, but you can see the Golden Gate Bridge there. And we're about to walk up to the top. We're almost done, but here is your last stop. You can see there's this little place here called the Warming Hut, and it's a place, I haven't been to this place in a long time, but it's a place where you could get like a coffee or a tea. It's normally really cold here and really, really foggy, but obviously it's summertime and it's just a really beautiful day. But I'm really happy that the Golden Gate Bridge cleared up, and I'm hoping that the audio is capturing on this. You can hear the waves lapping in the background here, but hopefully it captured. So let's keep climbing up. To the top we go. Getting closer. Almost to the end of our walk. We're not going to the visitor center, my mistake. We're going here to this point, which is actually, it's not a secret, but what is the secret is nobody really realizes the amazing views that you can capture here. So I'm going to show you what you'll see if you were to come to this point. So let's keep walking over there. We are directly coming underneath the Golden Gate Bridge. But if you were to come here, this is actually like not many people come this way, except today it's pretty busy. But why I like it is because, one, you can visit this little museum in here, which is really cool and interesting, but you can also go to the very end and get views of the Golden Gate Bridge from the bottom, and you can get views from the bottom up, which makes for really good photos. I'm going to show you. I'm going to turn it over. I don't know if the audio is going to capture here, but this is at the very end of where we are at Coit here, and you can see there's some really great views of the Golden Gate underneath it, and it's kind of like not a lot of people really come here. Most people go obviously to the top to take pictures, but up here you get some really great views. You used to be able to go past that gate, but they locked it up because, I mean, people were doing stupid things and then they got themselves hurt. So that's why we can't have nice things. So they locked it up, but it's still pretty incredible. I'm going to show you another. I'm going to switch the camera over and show you another. You can see there, and then up there normally is where everybody is walking, but it's really nice to be able to see these views, and it's just a beautiful day, just all the water. So I'm going to end the video here at the Golden Gate Bridge. I'm at Fort Point. It is a lovely day. It's just been a lot of fun. We walked, I think, almost a total of 8 miles end to end, and yeah, it was just so much fun. But it's time to wrap it up. It's pretty windy right now, but as I mentioned, this is really a cool spot for those of you who are coming to San Francisco and you want to see something different, yes, everybody goes to the top up there, the Golden Gate Bridge. Of course, they're beautiful views. But if you come down here underneath, there's some really unique shots to be had. And then you've got this museum behind me, which is also an added bonus. So with that, I just want to say thank you for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.